What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name is Michael Roman, aka Allfires. Now, if it feels like Spider-Man 4 has been dominating the news cycle, that's because it has. Not only are we getting daily official updates from the likes of Tom Holland about what's going on with the film, but also the release of Venom seems to have set up KNULL for some future major crossover that you would think Sony would want to involve Spider-Man 4 in. And of course, for the last couple of months, we've been hearing that KNULL might even be the villain in Spider-Man 4. Well, today we pick up with a huge update. We have the official release date from Spider-Man 4, this coming from an editor at a major Hollywood trade over on his social media. We're going to talk about that not only in the context of its vicinity to Avengers 5, but the proximity to another major film for Tom Holland in 2026. It's going to be a major week for him. We're then also going to talk about the change in course now, hearing from multiple industry insiders that in fact KNULL is not going to be the villain in Spider-Man 4 and that he's set up for something else and down the road. We're breaking it all down, the official release date for Spider-Man 4 and the change in course for what the plot might actually be in light of this most recent post-credit scene from Venom. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel. That's all we do. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the sub button, leave a comment down below. Not only would I greatly appreciate it, as it's the best way to support me as a content creator and for free, but it automatically enters you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway, which the next one is less than a week away for the finale of Agatha All Along. Again, all you got to do, be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around at the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so again, the official release date for Spider-Man 4 has been revealed. This by a film editor and co-writer of the Heat Vision blog over at The Hollywood Reporter, Aaron Couch, who indicated this. Spider-Man 4 opens July 24th, 2026. That's just 1 week after Christopher Nolan's next movie, also starring Tom Holland as a lead. Okay, since we already know Tom Holland is going to have a major role as Peter Parker in Avengers 5, which comes out in May 2026, he'll then be a co-lead with Matt Damon in the new Christopher Nolan movie, which is rumored to be a 1920s vampire movie. That'll come out a week before Spider-Man 4, all of these coming out in about 60 days. It is going to be an absolutely insane summer for Tom Holland, who will be the lead of what might be the 3 biggest movies of the year and have potential to be some of the biggest movies of all time. So go ahead and mark your calendar, July 24th, 2026. Now, slight spoiler warning here if you haven't heard about the post-credit scenes already for Venom 3, but we already know confirmed KNULL was introduced in during the trailer, and it seems like that first mid-credit scene sets him up for a major crossover down the road. But since the report in the last couple of weeks that KNULL might even be the villain of Spider-Man 4, multiple industry insiders like the anonymous Twitter scoopster, My Time to Shine Hello, have actually indicated that that's not the case, that there's a more than likely probability that KNULL will not be the villain in Spider-Man 4, it won't be titled The King in Black, and that KNULL is reserved for some crossover down the road, where obviously Sony has ambitions of involving a Spider-Man by the time they get to that point, but isn't for the upcoming Spider-Man 4. Now, as I've said since the beginning, if Dr. Doom is going to be successful in Doomsday, hence the name of the film, there's a really good chance that the complexion of not only the 616 Earth, but the entire multiverse is not anything like we expect it to be or know it to be by the time we get to Spider-Man 4. Basically, anything coming in between these two Avengers films is going to have to definitely bear the weight of having to explain the current state of the MCU. They can't do a film that's a prequel. That wouldn't make any sense. And you can't do a film that's just basically set in New York if Dr. Doom has ripped up the multiverse. Meaning, I think there's a good chance the Spider-Man film is going to carry the Battle World title in some way. But even if it doesn't carry that specific title, be a Battle World film, in that Marvel Studios and Sony have a huge opportunity here to work a major part of the narrative for what's happening in these two Avengers films that they know everyone is going to see in Spider-Man 4. It's not like they're working this into a Disney Plus series. This is going to be right up there in the box office, and what I assume is going to make just the same kind of numbers as these two Avengers movies. It's prime real estate for them to make this story matter in the sense of the end of the Multiverse saga. And for that same reason, I think it would just be a huge oversight if they didn't include Dr. Doom and in some way to give him even more screen time than they were able to afford Thanos between Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. We know that right now, currently, the scripts for Avengers 5 and Spider-Man 4 are being written at the same time concurrently, and there is absolutely no chance that they aren't sharing notes on those two movies. They would have to. The continuity has got to be there. And so as they link those two up, you can see why, and through this context, context, it definitely would be just a little weird to make KNULL the villain. And yeah, you could explain it as in the crack in the multiverse or the disarray of the multiverse allows him an opportunity to escape, where he's stuck on Clintar and actually make an attack, but it just seems a lot more likely Marvel's going to want to focus on Doctor Doom, and I have a really hard time believing that he wouldn't be part of the plot. Now, interestingly enough, I think there's one other character that you could make a very likely case for being one of the Avengers, quote unquote, that have to show up in a Spider-Man movie as per the agreement between the two studios. But the fact that Doctor Strange has been so closely linked to Spider-Man's story and already in the Multiverse Saga, I just think it a lot more likely that Doctor Strange has something to do with this story than, say, them pulling in KNULL. I'm trying to tie it back to what's going on with Incursions with Doctor Doom and the current state of the Marvel multiverse, not a villain that Sony just introduced in the end of Venom as a post-credit scene, something that they have ambitions of doing. Now look, I might be wrong about this because, Sony has proven that they will just go for the box office or the bottom line and make anything see Madam Web. So obviously they would love to legitimize what they've got going on by crossing this all over with their crown jewel and Tom Holland's Peter Parker. But there are other characters too, like Miles Morales, who we know Sony has ambitions of introducing, and again, capitalizing on that Marvel real estate, might look to do something like that and include him in Secret Wars before taking on the Sony side of the universe. And I definitely think there's enough interest in Spider-Man where there may not be for other characters that you could have a live-action Peter Parker and a live-action Miles Morales simultaneously and doing different things or teaming up in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But you guys let me know all your thoughts down below. Knowing this is going to be a multiverse movie in one way or another, what you think this movie should be about and who you think the villain of Spider-Man 4 should be. I am all ears as always. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. Alright, we're still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel, and the next one happens to be at the end of the month to coincide with Agatha All Along's finale. If you want to be entered to win or for any of the other future giveaways here at the channel, all the same rules will always apply. You've got to be a subscriber, so hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos in the same way we're doing here, live with my voice in the winning comment when there is one shown on screen. So please be safe and vigilant on YouTube or really any other platform. Please remember, anybody can take a content creator's profile picture, claim to be them. It's all a ruse to get your information on a third-party app like Telegram or WhatsApp and charge you for shipping for a price that's not there. No content creator, myself included, will ever charge you for shipping, so please be safe again and vigilant on any platform. And if you should get a spam comment like that, just report it directly to YouTube. They are very fast about deleting that account, and then everywhere they've commented goes away as well. You're actually doing a huge service to the YouTube community, not just the one page or comment that they happen to try to snag you on. My name is Michael Roman. You can find me in a couple of places, Instagram and Twitter at I'mFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes under the name AllFires. And while I'd sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around, guys. We'll be posting again real soon.